up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Story Time with a Sketch. It's been getting a little cooler, a little crisper where I live, and it makes me think about ghost stories. Today we're going to get a little spooky. Some of you may know I'm from New Jersey, which is really, it's known, I guess, for being weird and creepy and having all kinds of haunts and stuff like that. But some of the most famous ones are probably like the Jersey Devil, Annie's Road, and then a little lesser known one might be Burnt Mill Road. But I'm just going to jump in and talk about those today. So, Burnt Mill Road is in Atco, New Jersey, and back in like the 1950s, the story goes that there was a little boy, and it was Christmas Eve. He got to open his Christmas gift, and it was a ball, so he's playing outside with this ball, and it was nighttime. You know, just as like the sun set and it started getting dark, he was out there playing. And one story goes that a truck from the factory behind in the woods had come by and run the boy over. And then there's another story that it was just, you know, a car was speeding and did a hit and run and hit the boy as he was crossing the street to get his ball. So the thing that you're supposed to do when you go there is you're supposed to pull into the street, drive all the way to the back, because it kind of ends in a dead end. Like it turns into like a dirt trail with woods, and you're not supposed to go that far. And apparently there's like KKK or something back there. I don't really know. We tried exploring that once. We never found anything, but it was creepy. But anyway, so you're supposed to take your car, drive to the end of the street, turn around and come back. And you're supposed to stop at, I believe, the second street light. There's also like a crack in the ground they say to stop at. You're supposed to honk your horn 3 times and flash your lights. And that's one of the ways. So when I was like a teenager, we were like 15, 16 years old, a bunch of me and my friends like piled into the car of the kid who could drive. And we tried this little trick out. So the kid honked his horn, you know, flashed his lights, and we're sitting there and nothing happened. So the other thing you're supposed to do is kill the engine and shut off the lights. So you're supposed to kill the engine and shut off the lights. And just sit there and wait to see if anything pops up. So we tried that one. And I swear, you ever have that moment where like you think you see something but you're not really sure? So you gotta like ask the people around you, but it's like you swear you see something? Well, that happened. Like, I swear, like, you could see the outline of like this little boy just crossing the street in a ball, just very slowly bouncing. But it's all like a weird, like, misty outline. It was really creepy. And I wasn't the only one who saw it, because like as soon as you see it, everyone just starts freaking out. So we all saw it. So we're just about to get out of there. You know, we turn our car back on, and there's a knock at the window, which is scary enough. So we all jump. We're like, and it's this guy. And he's like, "Are you guys okay?" And the kid driving is like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Then get out of here." Because I guess, you know, he lived there, and he probably gets a bunch of stupid teenagers coming down their street all the time. So yeah, that's my story of Burnt Mill Road. Another story that I know of is called Annie's Road. It's not one that I've personally been to, but it's just a story that like everyone has heard, I guess. They never found out who did it. There's another story that says like it was a drunk driver. But either way, you know, she was hit and she passed away. It's in Tottawa, New Jersey, and I believe the actual name of the street's like Riverview Drive. It's basically, I think it happened like back in the 80s or something. This girl went to prom. She was wearing a pretty white dress. She had fun at prom with her boyfriend, and then on the way back, they began arguing or bickering over something. So they got in a big fight, and he kicked her out of the car. So she started walking home, and a big truck came by and accidentally hit her and dragged her. I think it was like 50 feet or something, because her dress and her hair got caught in the tires. It was, you know, kind of a mess. And ever since then, there's always like red paint on the side of the road where she was hit. The road itself is just creepy in general, because there's the graveyard with like the steep hill, which I think there's like rumor that she's buried there. And then on the other side is the Passaic River. So it's with the guardrail. So it's very like steep. It's a dangerous road in general. So adding to it the Annie story, it makes it even creepier. Apparently, if you're driving down that road and you're driving too fast, or you lose control of your car, you'll see an apparition of a woman in a white dress, and just before you hit her, she'll disappear. And there's rumors that the red paint that you will see on the side of the road was done every year by her father, like on the anniversary of her death, because every time they got rid of it, it would come back. So there's rumors that it was like the father. Just the signs and stuff up there like are really creepy. Like spread with red paint, it says like Annie sees you. Their guardrails are like spray painted. It's creepy. But one of the neatest things, I don't personally find it creepy. I've never seen it. But one of the neatest things that I find in New Jersey is the Jersey Devil. It's what New Jersey is probably the most popular for. And basically the story goes that it was the 17th century and poor Mrs. Leeds had 12 kids and she found out she was pregnant with her 13th kid. So she cursed him. She, you know, whatever they say in the 1700s, she said like, he'll be the devil or something like that. And sure enough, when he was born, he had the hooves of a goat, wings of a bat, the face and the horns of a demon, and I think he had like a tail too. But he flew out of Mrs. Leeds' window, and then from that point on for the next 300 or so years, because still to this day people say they see him, he has been haunting New Jersey. One of the main places that he frequents is the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. It stretches through 7 townships, I believe. But it's basically just a huge stretch of forest, and like people have gotten lost in there. I think there might even be like a secret colony in there of people that like don't want to, you know, be in the outside world. There's a lot of like weird stuff back there. I've gone during the day. It wasn't scary because I went during the day, and I think I picked like blueberries or something. But it's definitely like a place where I could see at night why they would think that the Jersey Devil would frequent there. Another place that he frequents is also in Pine Barrens, somewhere in there. I think it's in like Winslow Township. Is the Blue Hole, and it's this big round bright blue body of really cold water, and like people always say like don't go swimming in it and things like that because people have drowned in it. It's a really like weird unexplained pool of water, and the reason I say it's unexplained is because all of the other bodies of water in the Pine Barrens have like a reddish tint to them from I think the iron or something in the leaves of certain trees, so it's like a weird brownish red. But the pool of water in the Blue Hole is just bright blue. It's almost like a turquoisey color. And it's supposed to be, you know, very, very deep. You can't find the bottom of it. And it's really cold. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. It could be like 100 degrees outside. And this pool of water is always like 50 degrees. I think the warmest it's ever gotten is like 58 degrees. So it's freezing. But that's one of the places that they say the Jersey Devil frequents. You can get like Jersey Devil t-shirts, and there's even tattoo parlors named after the Jersey Devil. Like, there's probably a few of them. If as a teenager you never went ghost hunting, I suggest you give it a shot. It's kind of fun and really creepy. Even if you're older, like, heck, we're coming up on Halloween, just do it.
Just do it! Yes, you can!
So those are just a few of the stories that I know of my home state, New Jersey. There's plenty more, because New Jersey is definitely a weird place. And here's my sketch. Look at that awesome mustache. It's this guy, if you didn't know. It's Mr. Coco. See you guys later.